turn off the sound now. Oops, try not to let the tennis ball roll away. So I'll mute everybody now and we will get started. Okay, so let's come to sit at on your mat with something underneath your hips. If you have any tension going on in the low back or in the hips, feel free to elevate them on a block or a pillow or whatever you have, and then shift a little side to side, moving your sitting bones. And then as you come to rest your hands down, lengthen up through your sides and draw your shoulders up and back. Take a moment here to take your head side to side, ear to shoulder, a couple times on each side, just giving yourself a little bit of feedback there for what's going on with your neck. Then as you come back into center, let your eyes close and take a full deep inhale and exhale in and out of your nose. Take a moment as you take your next couple of breaths to tune into your intention for your practice. What is it that you'd like to cultivate? Maybe it's something physical in the body that you'd like to work through, or maybe cultivating something like compassion or gratitude. What brings you to your mat tonight? Then connect palms together at your heart. And as you press your palms gently, lift your heart up just a little bit higher. Shoulders are up and back. And then exhale to bow toward your heart, letting the back of your neck get long as you tuck your chin in. Deep, full breath. Then softly opening your eyes, release your hands down, but keep your chin tucked down and keep your shoulder blades hugging onto your back, and then gently shake your head no toward the ground. And then as you let your head lift up long through the back of your neck, take ear to shoulder again, only this time pause a little bit on each side. As your head comes over to the right side, think of drawing your left shoulder out to the side. As your head comes to left side, draw your right shoulder out to the side. A couple more times to each side. Then inhale, come back into center, and now shake your head no, straight ahead. And then as you come back into center here, go ahead and reach for your strap, whatever you're using as your strap. And you're gonna take the strap in your hands out in front of you so your palms are down, and pulling against the strap, think about hands being just a tiny bit wider than shoulders. Pull your shoulder blades onto your back and begin to move your strap up and down. As you inhale, you lift it up overhead, and exhale, you drop it down towards your lap. And as you move with your breath, you're keeping a pull and keeping your shoulder blades engaged. 3 more here. As you work through your shoulders here, notice what your head wants to do. It might want to dip down and tuck in. If you have some tension, try to keep your head lifted. 1 more. And then set your strap aside. You can switch the cross of your legs if you're sitting cross-legged. And shift your sitting bones, move them back and broad. And now palms turn up with your elbows hugged in toward your sides, and now rotate your arms so your thumbs are moving back expanding through your chest. This is what I like to call gratitude arms. And then begin to move up and down with your shoulder blades. Good, then keep your shoulder blades on your back, and now you're doing little pulses with your arms here so that you can feel shoulder blades engage and release, engage and release a few times. Then bring your hands out in front of you to clasp, pull forward with your arms and round back through your spine. Your chin tucks in, and then add a little bit of movement here through your torso, your shoulders. We're going to allow a little stretch to happen all the way down into your lats. And now inhale, sit tall, and shift forward onto your hands and your knees. And from your hands and knees, feel free to set something underneath your knees if you want, like a blanket. And as you set yourself up, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, rotate your elbow pits forward and push your hands down. As you push your hands down, keep that strength through your shoulders and reach your right leg back behind you. Flexing your foot, reach through your heel. Find your belly lifting towards your spine. Take a deep breath. Then inhale, lift up and open with your right leg. You're turning open at the hip. Exhale, hips come back into center. Inhale, open up at the hip. And exhale, hips to center. One more time. Inhale, open up. And exhale, hips back to center. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. If you want, you can always have something underneath your hands here like blocks. Work your back knee back as far as you need so you get a little longer stretch through your back thigh. And then send right hip crease back in space. Bend deeper into your right knee joint. Lift your chest and begin to rise up, lifting your arms into gratitude. As you come into gratitude here, just notice the tendency for your front ribs to pop forward. So exhale and draw your low belly, your low ribs in. Inhale, shoulders up and back. Exhale, hands come down to the front of your mat. And if you have blocks, you can use those. Work your hips back, front leg towards straight, coming into this hamstring stretch. And with that, you can always bump your foot a little further forward on that front leg if you want to. Pull your toes back towards your nose. And now wrap your right hip back. As you do so, your whole leg might rotate a little bit so your toes turn to the right. Send your sitting bones back and up. Take a big deep breath. Then inhale, bend into your front knee, plant your hands and settle back onto hands and knees. Reset yourself, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Rotate elbow pits forward and reach back with your left leg and turn open with your hip. Pause and reach through your heel and reset your hands. Push down so much that you have your low ribs lifting. Then exhale, hips come back to center. Inhale, open up. Exhale, hips to center. Inhale, open up. Exhale, hips to center. Inhale, open up one more time. Exhale, hips to center. Step your left foot through in between your hands. And again, you can always have blocks here for your hands if you have them. Work your back knee back as far as you need. Send your left hip crease back in space and then lift up. Coming up into your gratitude arms here. As you rotate open with your arms, engage your low belly and your low ribs. Inhale, shoulders up and back. Your head lifts. Think of the back of your neck lifting up. Exhale, hands come down to the front of your mat. Find your blocks here if you want. Work your hips back. Work your hands back. Think about stacking wrists underneath your shoulders. And you can always adjust your front foot to make it a little bit more comfortable. And then draw your toes back towards your nose. Wrap your left hip back. And then send your sitting bones up. Take a big deep breath. Good. Inhale, bend into your front knee, plant your hands, step back to hands and knees. And now as you rotate your elbow pits forward and push into your toes as well and lift your hips up and back for a downward facing dog pose. And then take a few moments to pedal out, bending one knee at a time. As you bend one knee at a time, allow a little bit of exaggerated movement through your hips, through your low back. Maybe you end up with a little bit of twisting motion through the bottom part of your torso. And now walk your feet forward, coming into your forward fold at the front of your mat. Blocks if you would like here. Feet are inner hip distance apart and parallel. Lift and spread your toes and then root down with your toes. Take an inhale, lengthen part way, extending your heart forward, send your sitting bones up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Hands to hips, press your hips back, start to lift up and open through your shoulders as you rise all the way up. And now find your balance onto your left foot. You're gonna bring your right thigh into your hands as you lift your knee up toward your chest. And from here, you can always have your back against a wall if you would like, but give your right foot a little flex and wrap your right hip down. So maybe your hips become a little bit more level with each other. Then push hamstrings into your hands as you begin to press your heels straight ahead. Might come to straight, might stay a little micro bent or a lot bent. Take a big deep breath as you stand just a little taller. Good. Inhale, heel draws back in. Now take a hold of your knee with your right hand. Left hand comes to your hip and begin to open your knee up to the right side. Keep a flex to your foot. Lift your chest up high if you want to. You can always stretch your left arm to the sky. Deep breath. Good. Inhale, come back into center. Now you're going to take a hold of your right knee with your left hand. Right thumb comes into your hip crease and then press down onto your hip crease with your thumb. Now turn your belly and your heart just slightly to the right side, taking a little spinal twist. Take a big deep breath. Lift your ribs, lift your chest, lift your heart. Good. Inhale, come back into center and give your knee a squeeze now. Exhale, foot comes back to the ground and then shake it out. And now find your balance onto your right foot, left thigh into your hands. Give your foot a flex and wrap your left hip down. Your whole knee will turn a little bit to the left side when you do that. And then as you push your hamstrings into your hands, start to lengthen your left foot forward. Lift your chest up high, heart up high. Take a deep breath. Keep your foot flexed here. Deep full inhale, long deep exhale. Good. Inhale, heel draws back in. Take a hold of your left knee and open it up to the left side. Good. Again, foot stays flexed. Lift your chest. If you want to, you can stretch your right arm to the sky, or you can always keep your hand at your hip or at a wall. Full deep inhale. Long full exhale. Good. Inhale, your knee back into center, and now you're taking a hold with your right hand. Left thumb into your hip crease and give your hip crease a push. This helps to lengthen your side. Lift your sides, and as you exhale, just a little bit of a twist to the left side. It doesn't have to be the deepest twist you've ever taken. Full deep inhale. Long full exhale. Good. Inhale, come back into center. Squeeze your knee in. And exhale, foot back to the ground and shake it out. Feet are inner hip bone distance apart and parallel at the front of your mat. Lift and spread your toes and then root them down. Take an inhale and stretch your arms overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips to fold forward. Inhale and lengthen partway. Exhale and fold. Plant your fingertips. You can use blocks here if you want, or the floor. Step your right foot back into your lunge. Now turn and plant your right heel so your foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Bring your left elbow to your knee, right hand to your hip, coming into this side angle pose variation. And then push down with your elbow. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back if you want to. You can stretch right arm straight up or over your ear. You choose. But then look down for a moment at your left knee and use your glute to help you open your knee up towards your pinky toe edge. Then turn your belly more open, heart more open. Good. Top hand comes back down to your hip. Start to work your front leg towards straight and bring fingertips to a block on the inside or the outside of your leg, or you can always have your hand up above your knee or your shin, but try not to push your shin back. So now as you turn your belly and your heart toward the right side again, think of using your glute to help your knee turn to the left. Take a big deep breath. If you want, stretch straight up or over your ear. On your exhale, both hands come down to the front of your mat. Tuck your back toes and step back. Downward facing dog pose. Take a deep breath. Rotating elbow pits forward. From your lats, push out through your hands. Inhale, come forward into a plank. Feel free to use knees on the ground here if you would like to. Rotate elbow pits forward and extend your chest. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Pause and set your legs up. Reach back with one leg at a time and then push shoelace parts of your feet down, knees down, and then engage your low belly. Now push your hands down right by your rib cage, and as you exhale, draw your low ribs in. Inhale, shoulders lift up and back, rising up as high as your body needs. Maybe you come up high into a higher cobra. Maybe you stay down low or somewhere in between, but shoulders stay up and back. Take another full deep breath. Tuck your toes under and push back into a downward facing dog, or you can always just go to your hands and knees. Full breath. Then walk your feet forward, coming into your forward fold at the front of your mat, and take a moment in your forward fold to pulse a little bit. So take an inhale and lengthen, exhale and fold, or maybe you simply nod and shake your head. A couple big breaths to check out what's going on in your body. Plant fingertips, step your left foot back into your lunge, turn and plant your back heel, bring your right elbow to your knee, left hand to your hip for that side angle pose variation, and then push. And as you push, you're rising up out of your shoulder here, put both shoulder blades on your back, and then either stretch straight up or over your ear. Look down at your knee and use your glute to help you turn it toward your pinky toe edge. Take a big deep breath, even as you turn your belly and your heart more open. Top hand comes back to your hip. Work your left hand, or your right hand rather, down to a block or to your shin or to your knee or right above it rather. Wherever it needs to be, work your front leg towards straight and begin to turn your belly and your heart open to the left. As you wrap your right glute down and under, keep pushing into your right big toe mound. Maybe stretch straight up or over your ear. Full breath. On your exhale, both hands come down to the front of your mat. Tuck your back toes. And now this time, step forward. Locate your ball. Set it at the front of your mat. And then bring your hands to your hips and rise up. As you come all the way up to standing, we're going to do just a little foot massage. So with whichever foot you want to start with, you're going to take the front part of your foot, which is where the toes attach to your foot, transverse arch here. You're going to press that into your ball and wrap your toes around the ball like you're trying to pick it up, okay? But then instead of picking it up, rock side to side over that arch, or under that arch, I should say. And now move it to massaging your arch up and down from your toes to your heel a few times. And think of your arch as having the major part of your arch, and then you have a minor part of your arch at the outside of your foot too. So roll it from the inside, the middle, to the outside. Good. Okay, so now your heel is coming to the ball and you're gonna roll around the outside of your heel. And if you suddenly let it go, it's okay. If it goes pa-ting, yeah, it's okay. I've done that plenty of times. It's part of why we do this on mat. Okay, so now the front part of your heel has 2 pressure points, which if you've ever had orthotics, then there are 2 little bumps that stick up right at the front of your heel to support your arch. So you're gonna roll the ball over the front part of your heel. You might feel tension, you might not. If your feet are pretty healthy and awake and they don't tend to get really tight and crampy, then you might not feel anything. But in general, rolling something around under your foot, it's just a healthy thing to do for yourself. Okay, and then go ahead and step your right foot down, or whatever foot down, and take a moment to feel the difference in your feet. For me, this tends to create a lot of sensation, but you get to notice what that is for you. And then switch feet. Pushing down through that front arch and wrapping the toes over, and then rock side to side. Oh, this foot needs it. Okay, and through the big arch, as well as that side arch, rock forward and back. Good. And now around your heel. And then find those points at the front of your heel, and you might not be able to differentiate them as 2 points. But just rock over the front of your heel, side to side. Good. And then go ahead and step both feet down, and just take a moment to feel. You can set the ball aside if you would like to. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale and lengthen part way. Exhale and fold. Plant hands, stepping all the way back into a down dog. Take just a moment to pedal out again and give yourself a little bit of a sense of what's happening in your body. So do a little tuning in. And then lower knees all the way down, bring hips back towards your heels, taking a child's pose. And now gently push yourself up to a seat. And come all the way down to your sitting bones. So we're gonna come all the way down to our backs, but I'm gonna show you this while we're sitting upright so you can see. So we're gonna do a few snow angels. So with our arms, when we're laying down, our palms are gonna be facing the ceiling, so right now facing forward. And you're gonna try to keep your arms on the ground through this whole movement. So you'll reach your arms overhead as you inhale, and then you'll bend your elbows, keep your palms forward, and draw your arms back by your sides. Okay, so this is working through a lot of rotator cuff stuff. So as we come down onto our backs, what I want you to think of is if there's a spot where your shoulder pops up, I do this to the shoulder because that's my old injury, then just notice it popping up. Don't try to force it down, okay? So go ahead and find your way all the way down onto your back and pull your knees into your chest for a moment and just rock a little side to side, giving your back body a little bit of a massage. And then set your feet on the floor. You can even drop your knees in together to touch, or you could grab a pillow or bolster to set underneath your legs. Palms are up here. And then with your arms staying on the ground, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, elbows bend as you bring your arms back down by your sides, trying to keep your arms down the whole time. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, bend your elbows, arms back by your sides. Take 3 more this way at your own pace with your own breath. Then after that third one, letting your arms rest down. If you have a blanket that you would like to put underneath your neck here, you can. Or if you simply want to rest your head against the ground, but take a few movements of your head, shaking your head no toward the ceiling. The other option here is if you happen to have those set of 2 balls, you're welcome to put this underneath your occipital bone, right up at the base of your skull. Then nod your head. And then turn your head to the left and nod. And to the right and nod. And then come back up to center here and feel free to set yourself up in any way that's comfortable for your Shavasana, for your final rest. So again, you're welcome to have a pillow or a bolster underneath your legs, or maybe feet together in a butterfly with blocks underneath your legs, or keep your knees bent and touching. Find a place for your body that feels the best to settle, to rest for a few moments. Begin to take a deeper breath. Add gentle movement into fingers and into toes. As you're ready to, bend your knees and make your way over to your side, whichever side feels best to your body. And slowly push yourself back up to your seat. And from your seat, connect your hands together at heart center. With your eyes closed, take just another moment in time to tune into what's present for you. a very peaceful, very beautiful rest of your night. Namaste.